Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at the Battle at the Beach LPRT season finale in Chesapeake, Virginia. We're at the Greenbrier North YMCA. Big thank you to all the LPRT staff here. TJ Bomb, our commissioner. Jay behind the scenes controlling our camera angles, our audio. Myself, Sam Schultz. Maurice Miller is going to be our head referee for the majority of the tournament here. He has been so far for all of our live streamed matches. This is going to be a matchup of the 5th-seeded and hometown favorite Kehlani Lawrence versus the 4th-seeded Alexandra Herrera. Kehlani Lawrence comes to us by way of Virginia here in the USA. She got here by beating the 12th seed and doubles partner, Holly Scott, 15-10, 15-5. Herrera hails from Mexico. She beat Lexi York in the first round, 15-13, 15-2. Coin toss has been made, pleasantries exchanged, and it will be Herrera to serve first in this match. Herrera, the lefty, in the front, all in red. Kehlani Lawrence, the righty, in the back, the light blue. Herrera on the board early after that ace serve. Kehlani just unable to catch up to that ball in the front of the court. Two serving 0 early in game number 1. Herrera goes up top. Lawrence the setup. Tracked down well by Herrera. Again off the back wall this time. Setup. And Lawrence makes her pay for that one. First time we'll get to see Kehlani Lawrence in the service box this afternoon. Going for that wraparound serve to try to jam Herrera, but Herrera doesn't even have to move her feet, just sticks a racket out, gets it back to the front wall. Gets herself back in the service box. Herrera serving good so far here early in game 1. Kehlani Lawrence and Alexandra Herrera have faced 9 total times on tour. Herrera has taken all 9 of those matchups. 9-0 against Lawrence. Herrera showing that head-to-head record is there for a reason here early in game 1. Five serving 0 now. Herrera, another drive serve, this time to the right-hand side. Lawrence has to go around the world. Both of these players in close quarter battles in the center of the court. Lawrence comes out on top that time. Set up off the back wall for Lawrence. Set up for Herrera this time. Lawrence good get in the front court. Herrera goes up top. Lawrence is going to bring it down. Does so beautifully to score her first point in this match. Great shot right there by Kehlani Lawrence. It's going to be a setup for Lawrence off the back wall. This should be another one. A third setup. The third time is the charm for Kehlani Lawrence as she puts that one away. Scores her second point here in this match. Short serve right there. Be a second serve upcoming for Lawrence. High lob Z to the backhand of Herrera. Shot very well. That serve has been devastating off of the racket of Herrera for Lawrence. Another great shot right there by Herrera. Lawrence trying to power that one by Herrera. Doesn't get it quite by her, but Herrera kind of half swings, and next time maybe she'll think twice about that and possibly hold up with Lawrence being in her way. Up top goes the ceiling ball game. Lawrence will bring it down, but to the forehand of Herrera. Now to the backhand, set up. Herrera. It'll be another setup for Herrera. Lawrence is doing all she can to get that ball back to the front wall, but now she gets her opportunity and she just can't capitalize on that. She played great defense that entire rally, doing all she could just to get the ball back to the front wall. Got her opportunity, but an unforced error puts Herrera back in the box. Short serve right there from Herrera. Lob serve now to the backhand of Lawrence. Kehlani carving out space with her racket. Moves Herrera out of the way, but Herrera ultimately getting the setup to end that rally. 7 serving 2 now. Herrera in the lead. Wouldn't be a bad time for a timeout here for Lawrence. Don't see one coming, though. She'll stay in the court. And an ace serve right there. At least her third here in game number 1. Kehlani Lawrence will take a timeout. We will, too. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back here in Chesapeake, Virginia on the LPRT network. While we have a break in our action, we would like to thank some of our event sponsors: Avicta Security Services, Georgette Consulting, Fleet Valet Services, JKB Solutions, Jeff Wagner, Madison Trust, Excel Paving, Greg Giordano, Tidewater Landworks, Svenkart Properties, Holland Cleaners, Costco, and Bev Sputnik. Thank you to all of you who make this event possible. Thank you to TJ Bombom, our commissioner, the Bailey family, the Lawrence family for having us here in Chesapeake, Virginia at their home club. Great club, great facility. Everyone's been super nice. Hospitality, food's been amazing all weekend. We're going to get back to the action here on the court. And not sure exactly what the call is going to be, so we are unable to see our official, but it will be a second serve nonetheless. Second serve now to the backhand of Lawrence, and a setup. Herrera put down beautifully. Pinch winner right there off the backhand of Herrera. Nine serving 2. That ball was short. See another second serve, see if she can make it as good as her last. Had Lawrence give her a setup. This time Lawrence steps up, cuts it off, but it wraps around to the forehand of Herrera. Unforced error there from her will give Lawrence the opportunity to get back in the box. Herrera now off the back wall setup. One for Lawrence, 2. They both get their opportunities, but it's Herrera who eventually capitalizes on that opportunity and puts it away. The winner of this match will go on to face the winner of Maria Jose Vargas and Carla Munoz later on tonight in the semifinals at 6 p.m. We'll be streaming those matches here live as well on the LPRT network. We'll have 2 semifinals at 4 and 6, and then we'll have a couple of doubles matches to round out the evening at 7 and 8. 2 bounces called by our head referee, Maurice Miller. And it's 9 serving 2. Herrera in the driver's seat so far here in game number 1. And another ace serve right there by Herrera. That serve has been her bread and butter so far here in this match. Short serve right there. Second serve upcoming. And not only has that first serve been her bread and butter, but this second serve here, when she has had Keilani back, Keilani hasn't been able to do much with it. That one will be a replay right there. Herrera probably won't be too mad at that, as she will get her first serve back. And going to be called a short serve once again there. Second serve here for Herrera. See if she sticks going to the backhand of Keilani. She does. Crazy ball around the world. Herrera's just forced to go up top with it. Great tracking ability right there by Lawrence, but a setup for Herrera. Lawrence just making her opponent hit one more, and right there it pays off. Lawrence finds herself back in the box. However, she's down 8 here in game number 1. That's a really good serve, but a better return by Herrera. That serve went straight to the forehand of Herrera, as good as it was. An amazing ball right there, shot by Herrera from shoulder high. Nothing that Lawrence could have done about that. Would have had to been able to see the future in order to even have a chance at getting to that one. Short serve once again by Herrera. get 2 serves for a reason. She's been shooting for that line, and it's paid off as she's gotten a lot of aces here in this first game. Another good lob serve right there by Herrera. Give herself a setup off the back wall and put down beautifully. (12 serving 2), a 10-point lead here for Herrera in game 1. Short serve right there. And Lawrence steps up, cuts that one off, and puts it down just out of the reach of Herrera. Lawrence now in the box, down 10, looking for any sort of momentum that she can gain going into game number 2. That'll give her some right there. A beautiful 3-shot rally. Textbook racquetball. Short serve right there. Up top goes Herrera. Lawrence is going to shoot. And Herrera was all over it. Makes it look easy. The effortless swing into the front wall. Great serve right there by Herrera. Cracked, wasn't an ace, and Herrera, given the setup opportunity off of the return of serve, just unable to get that ball back to the front wall. Setup off the back wall for Lawrence. Another setup here, going to take an overhead. Overhead forehand pinch winner. Gets herself her 4th point in game number 1. And it's going to be a replay called right there in the middle of the rally. So it's a first serve for Lawrence. She'll be aggressive with it. Wrapping serve, and that one just skipped in. She had hit a wrap previously this game, and Herrera just stuck out her racket and guided it back to the front wall beautifully, that time just unable to. Lawrence changes positions in the box. We'll see where she goes to now. Goes to the forehand of Herrera, and just unable to get that ball back to the front wall. Herrera now has been stuck on 12 for a little bit. We'll see if she can get off of it right now with this serve. Great return of serve right there by Lawrence, keeping Herrera on 12 and trying to score some more points herself. Herrera controlling the center of the court. Nothing that Kehlani could have done about that one when you give up center court positioning. See if Herrera maybe throws in a Z, change up the serve, or if she'll stay the same. Herrera tracked that one down, got a racket on it, but just hit it right into the floor as soon as she did. Gonna have to change something up here if she wants to get off of 12 and on to game number 2. Lawrence now back in the right side of the box. Lawrence off of the back wall, shot beautifully. Now 6 serving 12. And a great serve right there. An ace from Kehlani Lawrence. She's starting to gain some momentum, and with that momentum gained, Herrera will take a timeout to try to negate it. We'll take a timeout too. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the LPRT Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kehlani Lawrence electing to stay in the court during that timeout, trying to stay warm. Momentum is on her side. She's in the service box, however, down on the scoreboard. Herrera, the one that took the timeout, came off, talked to her camp, and is going back on the court now. 7 serving 12. Lawrence, the right side of the service box, as she's found success over there. Short serve right there from Lawrence. Herrera steps up, cuts that one off aggressively. Set up in the front of the court for Herrera ×2, and she capitalizes on the second one. Timeout, relatively effective for Herrera. We can see if it's really effective right here as she goes on the offensive. Been stuck on 12 for a little bit. Lawrence goes up top. Herrera's going to want to shoot this one. Lawrence puts it down the line. Puts it down the line again, and the second time that was just out of Herrera's reach. Wrap right there by Lawrence. Once again, Herrera not letting that one get around her. Shot well by Lawrence. Lawrence going to cut this one off in the front court. And Herrera just stumbling to the back wall, unable to catch up with that one. Lawrence now closing the gap point by point, and that ace helps a lot. Her 9th point in game number 1. What once looked like abysmal game 1 for Lawrence is now looking like a turnaround game that she could win. Another great serve by Lawrence. Set up now. Shot well. Having to go up top. Herrera's going to take her turn at shooting. And Herrera unable to track that one down. The crowd now starting to get behind Kehlani Lawrence. Another great serve by Lawrence. Nope, called just short. So it'll be a second serve upcoming here for Lawrence. Set up off the back wall. And this will be a setup before the back wall. That one shot very well by Herrera. Herrera's gotten opportunities, gotten in the service box, but just hasn't made anything of them since she's gotten to 12. That was back at 12-1. Now we're at 12-10. Kehlani having to move her feet to get to that one. Good hands in the front of the court. Herrera's going to have to blast that one up. And Kehlani read it well, but it didn't matter as she was unable to catch up to that one. And Herrera's off of 13, or off of 12, I should say, on to 13. 2 points away from victory here in game number 1. But the momentum has faded for her and gone in favor of Lawrence. Another rally won right there by Herrera as Lawrence was unable to catch up to it. Game point opportunity here for Herrera. Lawrence in the court with her confidence back under her will try to fend it off. And if Herrera's going to do it, it's going to have to be on a second serve. Second serve, Herrera, set up for Lawrence, and cross court was a beautiful one. Gets herself back in the box. 5 points away from victory herself, and with momentum on her side as well as the crowd, see what she can do. Short serve. Second serve here. Herrera's going to tee off on that one. Doesn't quite put it away. Lawrence got to it, just unable to get it back to the front wall. Herrera now, second opportunity to close out this game. Took her quite a few opportunities to get off of 12. Lawrence is going to try to make it that difficult now, too, to close out the game. But another setup for Herrera off the back wall. Here's Lawrence's setup, and Lawrence takes advantage. Drive serve, Lawrence. That time to the forehand of Herrera. Had her confused and spinning in circles. Good wrap serve, set up off the back wall. Although it was a good serve and Lawrence had the setup, she just left it off that back wall just enough for Herrera to track it down and hit a winner. Short serve right there again by Herrera. She's been very aggressive with her serves. Most of them have either been aces or short. There'll be a second serve here. Lawrence has to go up top. Herrera's going to shoot, and she does beautifully. Lawrence clawed her way back, but Herrera fended her off. 15-11 goes game 1 in way of Herrera. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back here in 2 minutes, the LPRT network, for game number 2.
I'm Jessica Parrilla, and I play with Qtrs. A great athlete is about discipline, effort, constance, and before to be a great athlete, you have to be a great person. One of my future goals is be on the top 3 in the professional tour again. I did it once, and I think I can go back there. I enjoy the passion of the game. I enjoy the passion of the life, of everything, and I always think like love is the first thing in everything. The things I think, the things I say, and the things I do are on the same line. And enjoy, because we don't know how long we're gonna be here, so enjoy and give love to others as much as we can. I'm Jessica Parrilla, and I play with Qtrs. A great athlete is about discipline, effort, constance, and before to be a great athlete, you have to be a great person. One of my future goals is be on the top 3 in the professional tour again. I did it once, and I think I can go back there. I enjoy the passion of the game. I enjoy the passion of the life, of everything. And I always think like love is the first thing in everything. The things I think, the things I say, and the things I do are on the same line.
The mission of FSU Coach is to prepare and equip the next generation of coaches and sports professionals with best practices and current research to enable them to pursue excellence. We have 2 academic programs, the online graduate certificate, which is 4 classes, and also a 10-class master's in athletic coaching. Our graduate certificate and master's program can be started at any time, either the summer, fall, or spring. All of our classes have the word coach or coaching in them, and they're taught by coaches for coaches.
The types of classes that we offer focus on the athlete as a whole person. We focus on the theory and practice, the research, the helping skills, even some of the mental performance behind what it goes into being an athlete. I came to FSU Coach because I truly believed in the mission and the purpose of the program.
I think I have my dream job being a head coach at Florida State, but I know there's always more ways that I can help my athletes and better prepare as a coach, so I thought joining this master's program.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LPRT Network. This is the Battle at the Beach, the LPRT season finale. I'm Sam Schultz, joined by TJ Bombom, and Maurice Miller is your LPRT staff here. And that will be a point for Lawrence, it looks like. Herrera pleading with Maurice Miller for maybe a long serve or court hinder. Talking with both players to see if Kaylani Lawrence saw anything. From our angle, I didn't see anything. In the announcer's booth, we have a very good view of it. See what the result ends up being. And it looks like they agree to replay the point. It'll be first serve, 0 serving 0, so we start game 2 again. Serve was short, second serve coming up. And Maurice Miller saying no replay right there. That ball was just short. Second serve again here for Herrera. So far through game 2, no first serves have been in. Lawrence now set up center of the court. Herrera got to it. Lawrence wanting 2 bounces. Herrera in the box, drive serve. Another short one. 0 for 4 on first serve so far here through the first part in game 1. Around the world we go, but a setup for Lawrence was created out of it, and she takes advantage, capitalizes on the opportunity. Zero serving 1. Another great shot right there by Lawrence. Back-to-back forehand pinches. First one for the side out, second one for the point. 2 bounces right there. Herrera finds herself back in the box. Short ball right there. Second serve. Only seen 1 good serve in on that first serve. 1 for 6. An abysmal rate of first serves in. But a great shot right there by Lawrence, and that'll get the crowd behind her. Falling away, stuffs it into the front left corner. One for 7 now on first serves as Lawrence has to give a second to Herrera. Herrera running up to the front of the court, puts it away, and we are still tied at 1 serving 1. Great dig right there by Lawrence. Herrera, though, relentlessly pushing the ball down Lawrence's throat right there. Gives Herrera point number 2. Lawrence taking her 10 seconds trying to slow down Herrera from the onslaught of serves that she faced in game number 1. A replay will be the call. Serve looks short, and the call is short. Still an abysmal rate right now of first serve percentage. Second serve coming from Herrera to the backhand of Lawrence. Herrera fires off the back wall. Lawrence able to get it. This time a setup for Lawrence. She'll shoot. And Herrera was all over it, putting it away in the front right corner. Another good serve right there by Herrera, firing bullets at Lawrence. Set up center of the court for Lawrence, though, as the error came from Herrera first. She's going to shoot that one. Great hands right there in the front of the court by Lawrence. Great serve right there by Lawrence. It'll be a big setup, looping back to the center of the court. Put it away beautifully. Drive serve. Lawrence here continues to go after the backhand of Herrera. Wanted 2 bounces, stuck with it, played through, got the point. 3 serving 3. Short serve that time from Lawrence. Lob serve left too far away from that side wall, no protection. Herrera now in the box, 3 serving 3. All tied up here early in game number 2. Lob serve now from Herrera. Lawrence off the back wall, set up, and it's a great shot right there. Beautiful splat by Lawrence. Kehlani now changing the positioning of her drive serve, leads to a setup. What will she do with it? Hammers it. Here's another setup for Lawrence. Can she put this one away? She does. Great shot off the forehand of Lawrence. In these last 3 to 4 rallies, Lawrence has been on fire. Fuego by Kehlani Lawrence. That one just 2 bounces. Lawrence taking her time in the back of the court. Herrera, another good serve on that one. Herrera has been shooting for that line all afternoon long. Kehlani again around the world hitting that Z ball. Just hitting it a little bit too hard, a little bit too deep, coming off the back wall, allowing Herrera to get behind it and shoot it. Herrera up top. Lawrence shooting. Shot very well by Lawrence. You can tell she's very comfortable in this court, these being her home courts. Short serve right there. Herrera stepping up to cut that second serve off. Both of these players shooting for the backhands. That ball skipped, giving Lawrence the point. 6 serving 5. Short serve, second serve coming. See if Herrera stays aggressive on that second serve return. She does, stepping up, cutting it off, that time putting it away. Lawrence controlling center court. Herrera trying to move her out of there. And Herrera not only moves her out, carves out the space to swing and gets the point. 6 serving 6. And it'll be a timeout from Kehlani Lawrence. We'll take a timeout too. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back here for the LPRT season finale on the LPRT network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LPRT Battle at the Beach. Next tournament you might see these ladies at could be September 24th for our World Team Racquetball event. A new era will begin in Vegas. Every point matters. Montse Mejia, Paola Longoria, Alexandra Herrera, Kehlani Lawrence. Just a few of the top LPRT pros we'll be seeing there. Now back to the action on the court. That time Lawrence stepping over, cutting it off, getting the back in the box. Six serving six. Gonna go up top. Herrera goes up top. Who will bring it down first? Both going around the world, sealing balls. Lawrence will shoot this one. She does. And Herrera just skips it in. Lawrence for the point. 7 serving 6. Lawrence unable to catch up with that one that time. Herrera put it just out of the reach. Lawrence just tipped it with her racket, but unable to get it back to the front wall. Lawrence that time shooting very effectively. Seven serving 6. Lawrence on top by 1 here in game 2. Herrera now going to the forehand of Lawrence, and that might have been a mistake, and it was. Herrera, however, almost got lucky off that back wall, getting it into the front. Lawrence shooting from center court. She'll have a setup. Had a setup, gave it right back to Herrera. Herrera made her pay. Back in the box. 6 serving 7. Short serve there. Second serve upcoming. Lob to the backhand of Lawrence. She cuts it off. It'll be a setup to the forehand side down that right-hand side wall. This time the setup goes to Herrera. Good pickup by Lawrence. And Herrera just skips it in. Lawrence forcing her opponent to hit one more. And Herrera unable to capitalize. Set up Herrera, put it away. Forehand pinch winner. That serve just short off the racket of Herrera. Been a stalemate at 6-7 here for a little bit. See who's the first player who will get off of it. Lawrence stepping up to shoot. Skips it in right there. 7 serving 7. Lawrence now in the front of the court, takes advantage. Moving forward and staying on the offensive. Herrera holding up. Replay the call. Herrera doesn't seem to argue too much with that. Lawrence that time had Herrera in the back of the court, but just didn't get it back to the front wall. Herrera now in the service box. 7 serving 7. Set up off the back wall. Not able to be put away by Lawrence. That time it was off her backhand. Short serve right there again by Lawrence. This time a half lob Z from Lawrence. Ball taking a bounce to set up Herrera right off that side wall. Short serve right there by Herrera, not short by much. Staying aggressive, shooting for that line. Shot very well right there by Herrera. See on the first serve now, half lob going to the backhand of Lawrence. Herrera changing up the height, speed, and angle of that serve, and it worked out well for her. She's going to stick to it here. Lawrence going to come up to try to cut it off again. And just stuck to that left side wall did Lawrence's ball. If Lawrence can get her first serves in, this second game could definitely go her way. Without getting those first serves in, it's going to be very difficult for her. See the call here. Going to be a replay hinder, court hinder. Kehlani Lawrence was the one who raised her hand. However, it doesn't matter what player raises their hand as long as that ball does differentiate in a non-organic way. It can be called a court hinder. That time worked out in Lawrence's favor. An ace serve right there by Lawrence. 8 serving 9. That time the serve was short. Second serve upcoming for Lawrence. Set up center of the court with Lawrence's backhand. Put away beautifully. 9 serving 9. It's been tight through all of game number 2 here. Serve to the forehand of Herrera this time. Herrera again, another forehand opportunity. This time she capitalizes, putting it around Lawrence. Lawrence unable to get that ball back to the front wall. Be a second serve here from Herrera. And that time Herrera shooting off the back wall, having to move, spin her feet, just skips it in. Set up off the back wall. Lawrence. Way to track that ball by Herrera, and this time it's her set up off the back wall. These two women battling it out in the center court. Great get right there by Lawrence. Herrera goes, gets it, but Lawrence is the one who had Herrera out of position. Able to get the point. 10 serving 9. Alexandra Herrera will take a timeout. We will too. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back here in just about a minute on the LPRT network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the quarterfinal at the season finale for the LPRT. Here, the Battle at the Beach in Chesapeake, Virginia. Kaylani Lawrence to serve after that Alexandra Herrera timeout. Lawrence now, second serve. Targeting Herrera's backhand. Lawrence steps up, cuts it off with a thunderous blast. She scores her 11th point of game 2. Real point of emphasis this game for Lawrence has been targeting that backhand of Herrera time and time again. That first game, she was trying to mix it up, go left, go right. Now in game 2, almost exclusively going to the right side of the court. That'll be a broken ball. All shoes are tied. We have new balls in the court. Nine serving 11. Herrera, who won game 1 in the box, looking to end it in 2. Great get right there by Lawrence, but Herrera able to put that one away. Herrera, another good serve, that time to the forehand of Lawrence. Little incidental contact there in the middle of the court. Lawrence played through it beautifully. The first wrap serve Lawrence has hit where Herrera has let it go all the way around her body. And Lawrence just unable to get that ball off the back wall. Herrera back in the box, trying to claw her way back in this one. It's been a fairly even match all the way through, especially here in game number 2. Another great serve from Herrera, another ace. Saw a lot of those in game 1, more here in game 2, and a lot in her first match here this weekend that was played yesterday in her win over Lexi York. Another point right there for Alexandra Herrera. The winner of this will go on to face the winner of Maria Jose Vargas and Carla Munoz later today at 6 p.m. Immediately following this match, we will have that match, Maria Jose Vargas, the 1 seed, versus the number 9 seeded Carla Munoz. That will be about 15 minutes following this match. Meanwhile, back on the court, Herrera has been gaining momentum and gaining points. 13 serving 11, set up off the back wall for Herrera. Herrera tried to go down to a knee to get that one, but Lawrence fired it right by her. Replay going to be the call. Herrera doesn't love it. It'll be a replay of the first serve for Lawrence. Lawrence now clawing back here in this game, trying to force a tiebreaker. Up top goes Lawrence, but a setup for Herrera. And put away beautifully by Herrera. Avoidable hinder called. Lawrence was all over that one, ready to cut that ball off. Serving 13. Just short right there by Lawrence. Lawrence in command of center court right there. Makes Herrera pay for leaving that ball up. 13 all. Good Z serve right there by Lawrence. Good get though by Herrera. 13 serving 13. Whoever scores the 14th first will be a big swing in momentum for them. It won't happen right there. Can it be Kaylani Lawrence right here? Thirteen serving 13. Lawrence in the right side of the box. She's been so often today finding success over there. Serve to the backhand of Herrera. Set up off the back wall. Shot down that right side. It'll be a timeout for Alexandra Herrera. We'll take a timeout too. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have exciting action here all day. The remainder of Game 2 and possibly even a tiebreaker here in this quarterfinals match at the Battle at the Beach at the LPRT's season finale. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. While we have a short break in the action, just a quick reminder, you will be seeing a lot of these ladies playing the World Team Racquetball event, the New Era. It begins in Vegas. The LPRT will be streaming that event. Come watch it online, or we hope to see you at the Vegas Strip. And that concludes game number 2. We will be going to a tiebreaker. We'll see you back here in just 2 minutes here at the LPRT Network.
Hi, this is John Criswell. Welcome to Manufacturing Marvels. Today we're in Rockdale, Illinois, approximately 45 miles southwest of Chicago. For over 50 years, KWM Gutterman Incorporated has established itself as the premier and is currently the largest gutter machine manufacturer in the United States. Initially founded by Carl W. Miner Sr. in the early 1960s, this family-owned business has thrived through 3 generations to continue building the highest quality portable gutter forming machines in the world today. They are masterful in manufacturing KWM's Ironman gutter machines and nationally recognized as experts in the gutter industry. KWM's entire product line is manufactured at 2 state-of-the-art locations. Rockdale houses a 45,000 square foot CNC and assembly facility, and Shanahan houses a 15,000 square foot fabrication facility. Adhering to their family values, integrity, and a particularly homegrown way of doing business has made KWM a success story around the globe. KWM gutter machines are sold on 5 continents, including North and South America, Europe, Africa, and Asia. KWM offers one of the most extensive and sought-after lines of gutter machines available on the market today. KWM produces the Ironman line of gutter machines and currently offers 34 gutter profiles, with more in development. This complete product offering is coupled with the most comprehensive warranty in the industry. Come see them at kwmgutterman.com. This is John Criswell for Manufacturing Marvels.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have the tiebreaker of this quarterfinals matchup between Keilani Lawrence, the hometown favorite, and Alexandra Herrera, who hails from Mexico. Coming up later tonight in our semifinals match, we'll be debuting a sneak peek video of the new era that is beginning in Vegas. Join the LPRT, the IRT, all of the professional tours in Vegas. We will be debuting a sneak peek of that tournament, what's in store, the team competition, the world team competition for racquetball. So make sure you tune in later tonight for the semifinals. Now, back to the action. On the court, Herrera to serve first. Tiebreaker to 11. Great shot right there by Lawrence. Lawrence now set up off the back wall. Just gave it to Herrera right there in the front of the court. Forehand reverse pinch winner. Lawrence able to track that one down, but it'll set up Herrera. On multiple occasions now, Lawrence has tracked balls down, given Herrera setups, but Herrera unable to capitalize. Herrera wanting a screen. Point was called for Lawrence. One serving 0. Both of these women fighting for center court positioning. And a court hinder called as it bounced off the glass in an unorthodox way. So we will replay that rally. Zero serving 1. Herrera in the box. Should be a setup for Lawrence. It is. Here's another one for Lawrence. Shooting it right back to the same side that Herrera's on, time and time again. Herrera in the box this time, a good Z serve. Both of these players, close court battles right now. Herrera this time off the back wall. Can't quite get it down. Unbelievable gets by both of these players, especially Lawrence. Nothing she could have done about that one, though, as Herrera punishes it into the corner. One serving 1. Another good Z serve by Herrera. That time Lawrence, not wanting it to get to the corner, tries to cut it off. Great shot right there from above the shoulder. Herrera takes it down. Starting to grow her lead here in the tiebreak. Another good Z serve by Herrera. Lawrence now in the front of the court with authority takes that one down. Gets herself back in the box. This will be a setup for Lawrence in the center of the court. Once again, hitting it right back to Herrera. Herrera goes up top. Lawrence will bring it down off the back wall. Lawrence just unable to get to that ball. Short serve right there. That time Lawrence putting it away from Herrera. Very smart by Lawrence right there. Shot very well off the backhand of Lawrence. 2 serving 3. Lawrence closing the gap. Herrera that time not letting the ball reach the side wall. Set up and just skips it in right there. Nope, correction, kills the ball. It'll be a side out, 3 serving 2. Another Z serve there by Herrera. It's a good one. Be a setup in the front of the court for Herrera. Gets that ball just to crack out. Kehlani was all over it. 4 serving 2. Another good Z serve right there, but Lawrence steps up, cuts it off. Rips one by the backhand side of Herrera. Short second serve. Lawrence putting it away from Herrera again. Brings herself to within 1 point once again. It's been a battle so far. Over an hour-long match here. Far from done. Herrera now gets herself back in the box. Definitely going to be a rocky road to the finish. Short serve right there. Kehlani staying in there, staying tough. Gets herself back in the box. Can Herrera get off 4? And can Lawrence close it and tie it up here? It'll be a replay hinder. No argument from either player. Good serve called. Point. 4 serving 4. All tied up. Good serve called again. 5 serving 4. Herrera's frustration grows, as well as Lawrence's confidence. This time Lawrence second serve to the backhand of Herrera. Set up Lawrence. Lawrence having to go up top. Herrera shooting. This will be a big setup here for Herrera. She hit it right to Lawrence, but Lawrence was trying to bail and get to the other side of the court. Herrera back in the box. Set up Herrera off the back wall. Forehand pinch. 5 serving 5, all tied up halfway through game number 3. Lawrence rips that ball down that right-hand side, time and time again on the service return, ripping it right by the backhand of Herrera. Lawrence setting up for a drive serve once again. Short serve. And Lawrence just misses that one. Trying to be aggressive with that one from above her head. Short serve right there. Good, get in the front court by Lawrence, forces Herrera to go up top, and it'll give Lawrence the opportunity. Lawrence capitalizes on the second one she sees. All knotted up, 5 apiece here in game number 3. This will be a setup for Lawrence in the front court. Put away beautifully right there by Keilani Lawrence. Wrap serve that time by Lawrence. Might have missed her spot a little bit, but was just as effective as if she would have hit it. Set up center of the court by Herrera, capitalized on beautifully off the backhand reverse pinch. Herrera to serve, down by 1. Great serve right there by Herrera. Great ball tracking ability by both of these women. Herrera's going to have to hustle to the back of the court. And just an unforced error by Keilani Lawrence. Lawrence off the back wall. Set up again off the back wall. Unable to put either one away. Now stepping up to cut it off, and that's the second unforced error in a row. After 2 unforced errors, Lawrence will take a timeout. We will too. Don't go anywhere. After the timeout, we'll have the conclusion of this match, game number 3, the LPRT Network, during the season finale in Chesapeake, Virginia. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Players are coming back to the court. Our referee, Maurice Miller, is in position. Herrera up 1 and has the serve here in the tiebreaker over the hometown favorite, Kaylani Lawrence. It's been a thrilling one so far here. Lawrence just unable to get that one. Another point for Herrera. 8 serving 6 now. Immediately following this match, we will have Maria Jose Vargas versus Carla Munoz. About 15 minutes after this one. Some great gets here by Herrera in this rally. Lawrence has to go up top. Herrera's confidently shooting that one. Great shot. 9 serving 6. If Lawrence is going to dig deep and come back from this deficit, there is no time like the present. Z serve there by Herrera. Good get by Lawrence. Herrera shooting again. Another great get by Lawrence and another setup for Herrera. Backhand reverse pinch winner. Match point opportunity number 1 for Herrera. And that is the match. 11-6 is the breaker, so Alexandra Herrera will move on to the semifinals and take on the winner of Maria Jose Vargas and Carla Munoz. She advances 15-11, 13-15, and 11-6. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. In about 15 minutes, we will have the next match on our card. Don't go anywhere. We will see you back here in 15 minutes, the LPRT Network.